In this video, I want to teach you how to put a dirt bike in neutral. What's up, guys? I'm Dakota Freeman and welcome to the Rad Adventure Dude channel. If you haven't hit the subscribe button yet, make sure you hit that and ring the bell so you don't miss out on any of my future dirt bike riding tips. So it's going to be so important when we're learning how to ride a dirt bike that we know how to put a dirt bike in neutral. So when we're learning how to put a dirt bike in neutral, it's good that we know the controls that we're using whenever we shift through our gears. We're going to be using our clutch, our gear shifter, and if you're moving on the dirt bike, our throttle. These three controls are going to be how you shift through the gears and actually put your bike back into neutral. So if your bike does not have a clutch, it's going to be pretty easy to get your bike into neutral, as you're probably just going to shift from whatever gear you're in all the way down into neutral. If your dirt bike has a clutch, however, it's going to be a little different. And neutral is actually going to be found in between first and second gear. So on a bike like this, you're actually going to put the bike all the way back to first gear, and then you're actually going to have to click it halfway up in between first and second, and this is how you're going to put your bike in neutral. So let me break this down a little bit easier so you can actually see how I go through this whenever I'm riding or just standing on the dirt bike. So whenever we're trying to put our dirt bikes in neutral, it's actually going to be the easiest to do that whenever the clutch is pulled in. If the dirt bike's running or not, the clutch being pulled in just helps free up the gears and makes it a lot easier to shift through them as well. So whenever we're going to put our bikes in neutral, we're going to pull the clutch in and we're going to shift all the way down as far as we can. Then you're going to do a halfway click up, and that's going to put you in neutral. To make sure that you are in neutral, you just let your clutch out, and if the bike's running and it starts to move, then you're not in neutral. And if the bike's off and you can't push it, then this is how you're going to know that the bike's still in gear. So being able to know that if you let the clutch out and the bike starts to move, or if the bike's off and you try to push it and it's locked up and not going anywhere, these are going to be the two identifiers to let you know that you are not in neutral. And as you start out doing this, it's going to seem difficult finding neutral, especially when it's in between first and second. But as you get used to this, it's actually going to get really easy over time, and you're no longer going to have to think about this, and it's all going to become second nature. The most important thing to remember here is to use the clutch, even if the bike's off, just to make sure that you go through the gears much easier. Then, once you get the bike in neutral, push it forward and back just to make sure that the bike is actually in neutral and no longer has any of the gears engaged. So if you're already feeling better and more confident on getting your bike into neutral, make sure you like this video and drop some comments down below and ask me any other questions that you have. So a couple more things that we can do whenever we're trying to get our bike into neutral and it just won't go. One of the things that I like to do is actually, sometimes I put my bike into first gear and it's kind of hard to get it up into neutral. And I actually push my bike forward and back and kind of roll the wheels just a little bit. But simply just being able to move the bike like this is going to actually get the gears turning inside. And if anything's kind of stuck somewhere, it's going to free it up. So sometimes you shift down into first and you just can't get it to go up into neutral. At this point, give the bike, just a little shake on the handlebars, roll it 6 inches forward, 6 inches back, and then try to click up into neutral, and it's going to go a lot easier. This is going to be a big tip to help you if you can't actually get the bike to go into neutral. And if the bike is running, then we can do the same thing. Put it all the way back into first gear, then kind of shake the bike a little bit, and then try to put it up into neutral. I've found over the years of doing this that this just makes it a little bit easier and frees up the gears, so whenever you actually want to put it in neutral, it goes into neutral. And this is just going to make sure that you can put the bike in neutral whenever you want. And then if the bike's running, just make sure it's in neutral before you let the clutch out all the way. And as you let it out slowly, you're going to feel a point where it should be going into motion. And if it doesn't, that's how you know you're in neutral. So as you see, it's going to be pretty simple to get the bikes into neutral. If you don't have a clutch, all you have to do is go all the way down, and then you're going to be in neutral. If you do have a clutch, then you're going to go all the way down to first gear and click up halfway into neutral. Guys, I'm so excited that you're learning how to ride your bikes, how to shift through your gears, and become a better dirt bike rider. I'm so excited for you, and I can't wait to teach you more about your dirt bike riding. If you're still looking for dirt bike riding tips, I'm always here. I've made a full dirt bike riding course over on my website that's going to walk you through being a complete beginner and take you all the way to an advanced rider mastering the tracks and trails. I really feel this course is going to help you out, so make sure you go check it out. Plus, you can find my rad merch over on my website as well. If this video helped you get your bike into neutral, well, make sure you like this video and drop some comments down below and ask me any other questions that you have. Make sure you hit the subscribe button that's right here and ring the bell so you don't miss out on any of my future dirt bike riding tips. After that, you can watch my next video on 5 secrets to master your dirt bike riding right here. So go ahead and click on it. Stay rad, and I'll see you guys over there.